Hello, this is Mr. Martinez here. I'm going to share with you this student project guide on how to shoot a short documentary film for our environmental science classroom. So the first thing I would like you to do is choose your topic. This is going to be easy for you as you have these main four strands that we're going to learn on this semester, especially about population, natural resources, pollution, and biodiversity. Of course, you don't need to focus just in one of them or use one of them and specifically try to work on a video about the whole thing. So you can, for instance, if you choose natural resources, you'll be able not to work on the whole thing, the whole natural resources issue, but you could, for instance, choose how are we using water, how are we using energy, or paper, for instance. So you have also the opportunity to focus in one of the main or specific ideas inside of these four main strands. The next thing you need to do is ask yourself some questions on this topic. So, what part about this topic do you hope to cover? As we were talking a minute ago, are you going to cover the whole content for the topic, pollution, or just a specific one? So air pollution, for instance. What is or what are the questions that you want to answer by the end of your short documentary film? What solutions do you want to find? It's another example. And then another important thing is, are you going to have enough information to talk about this topic? Remember that you also need, or you can, research and find some visual material that will help you also. So you don't need to shoot the whole story. You can use some pictures, photos that you find on the internet, always, of course, quoting the source. Am I going to be able to find enough existing visual material? Obviously, on these topics, I'm quite sure you will find enough material, so you don't want to worry about it, but you will need to find a specific and helpful material for your work. And the last thing that you need to think about is what is going to be the tone and style of your documentary film. So maybe you just want to do something quite informative as a news report, or probably you may want to give it a tone of comedy or drama. You also can play with these things. On a style, you could also, for instance, choose if you want to use pictures or draw your own pictures, scan them, include them into your video. There are several. I will give you some links that you can use. There are several programs, online programs or apps that will help you also to create animated documentary film. So that's another option. What's the third step, and probably the most important, and we will be doing, or we are doing this all through our course this year, and is the research. Okay, you will find photos, images that you will be able to use in your documentary film. You will need to do some interviews that you will later use, or maybe not, but you will find some interviews. You will find interviews or testimonies also on the internet, YouTube. Of course, you can also conduct your own interviews, and I obviously encourage that part of your research. You're able to do your own interviews in the community. That will be pretty interesting, of course. Then you can use some text on screen. You can find text from printed newspapers, programs, but or textbooks, but also you can find some information on the web. You can use it, of course. Some video that's already done. You can use clips of other short documentaries, films that you can find on the internet. Also, of course, you can use this footage also for your own video. And voiceover, you will be able to record your own voice or take some voice from podcasts. For instance, if you find some interview in a podcast, you will be able also to cut it and use it for your documentary film. Again, remember to quote your source. And finally, you have to write, build, and edit your film. So we will need a script, obviously, but if you made a good research, you will have all of the information that you need, so it will be easy for you to write a script. And then you need to build your documentary film and edit it. Probably, pretty sure that you know better than I do some apps or programs that will help you to do so. iMovie is an easy one to use and a good one that is at hand, so you will be able to use that to edit your film. In this step is when you can try to use some or add or make your documentary film more attractive with adding some music, some transition between scenes. Well, you just need to give it a little bit of attractiveness to your documentary film. So I guess that you will be wondering by now, how is it going to look like, my documentary film? What is the information that I need to have in there? So this is a quick guide on what is some information that you might want to have and that will make your short documentary film attractive. So probably the first 30 seconds of your documentary film, what you need to do is have an attractive opening, have some information, some basic information on your topic, something that is strong, that can attract the spectator interest. So you can start your video, for instance, with a "Did you know?" or "What if this happened?" So you can focus people attention. Another option is to use some quote or one reflection for your own, from your own. There are some options to open your documentary film, present your topic, and start introducing us to what are you going to talk to us about. The next minute of your documentary film is good time to give some global information on your topic, so you can draw picture of what is happening, what is how is this issue, this problem affecting our planet as a global planet. What is how is this problem important for our planet and for us as humans, and it's a good moment to talk about the importance of taking action, although we won't give specific ideas yet on how to take action. The next minute, let's go local. Let's talk about what are the main environmental problems, obviously specifically related to the topic that you are talking about, that you can find here in your community, at your school. What are you going to do to solve, not to solve, but to analyze, sorry, these problems? Are you going to make a specific experiment, for instance, with water? Are you going to analyze water, the levels, the pH, the levels of copper, hardness, etc.? Are you going to do that? Are you going to audit? For instance, are you going to do an energy audit on the school? Are you going to measure how much energy are we using, or a paper audit, for instance, paper use audit? So this is a good moment, if you're going to do this research, this is a good opportunity to shoot and have some material from your own later in your film. And then finally, you'll have another 30 to 60 seconds. Again, this is quite open. Your documentary film should be 3 minutes, 4 if you want. So the last part of it should be your conclusions, showing if you made some research or experiments, showing, of course, the results of this experiment. And now is the moment to give solutions. It's time to take action, so please give some advice, some ideas that us as individuals or administrators or community, what can we do? What can we do to start solving this problem locally, individually, at home, at school, in our daily lives? So I hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching. And again, if you have any doubt, remember that you can contact me via email. I'll be there with you, of course, in class. So please don't hesitate to ask me any doubt that you might have. Thank you.